Let's take a look at some basics using Discriminator CNC Editor. We begin by just opening a file. You'll notice a drop list next to the folder open button. If you choose one of these preset 8 folders, it will remember that folder the next time. It'll save you a little drilling and browsing. So we'll open mill.txt. There are a number of little sample programs delivered that you can experiment with. I'll increase the font size a little bit. The color scheme, you'll immediately notice there are 3 schemes delivered: green, white, and the sample. You can customize these or create your own. You'll see that today I opened several files. If you select one, you can open that folder that the file came from. You can add it to your favorites, which is right up here above. If you want to click on the day, you can clear that entire list. You can see I've pinned a couple up there. The navigator here is a way to help you see the structure of your program. The sample that's delivered helps you find rotary moves, tool changes. There's one delivered that just identifies tool changes. It's a nice way to quickly find the tool change points in your program to verify that you've called up the correct tool and so on. You can have changed the display. There's a snippets storage location for common elements. You just double click and it will insert the code fragment. There's bookmarking. You set a place in the code and add the bookmark. Click another one, add a bookmark. You'll also find there's right-click options for many things here, including bookmarks. Adding spaces makes the code a little bit more readable. You can format in a modal colorization, so it uses a cutting mode versus a rapid mode. Line renumbering options, we'll maybe cover that a little later. Mathematical operations, we can cover that a little later. And arranging windows, some basic functionality. A good way to get started learning G-code is to take one of the sample files and open it and maybe just plot the graphics. The viewer will open, it may open in a default 4 window view. It's up to you. Maybe we'll go with a simpler view. I'm going to do Control I on the keyboard. Now there's a player at the bottom of the screen. You can click in the text and it will highlight the element, or you can click on the element and it will find it in the text, vice versa. Make sure the player is turned on here if you don't see that. So a nice way to start is just to click on the player and click your tap your right arrow key, and it will cycle through. A rapid line will be shown dotted and a cutting mode will be shown with a solid line, and kind of just give you a basic idea of what causes machine motion in a cutting mode and a rapid mode. You should see when the T3 and the M6 is encountered, the color will change. You can filter out tool colors here. If things don't seem to be plotting quite right, you should go and check out your settings. There could be something basic like lathe or mill type machine. It could be something with precision, inch or metric. There aren't too many settings here, but if things don't look quite right, check that out. I deliver a lathe and a mill program to get you started. You can create as many of these as you'd like. In the general area, you'll see where you can have it trigger a particular setting based on some text that it finds when you open a file to automatically choose the right configuration. We can cover a little more of that later. So that's just to get you started with CNC Editor.